Hi everyone and welcome back to another grocery haul through Woolworths. I know I've been a little bit behind on my grocery hauls lately, so I'm trying to catch up. This today is my most recent haul, which was delivered on Saturday, which would have been the 12th of April. I've got a fair bit here to unpack. It is school holiday, so my kids are going through food pretty quickly, and I think we all are. We just seem to be eating a lot because we're all at home. So let's have a look at what I picked up my family of for this week through Woolworths. So we'll start here. I got the Red Rock Deli chips. They're on special this week for $3 a bag. We've got some sweet chili and sour cream. These are my son's favourite. These are just the sweet chili. I don't think they're as hot as those other ones. There's another one that's just chili. I got some of the Woolworths original pancake mixer, which was $2.20. This is just handy for the kids on the school holidays so they can make them. I've got some of the dollar sweet sprinkles for $4.50. I do have the other ones, not the sprinkles, but like the sprinkles. I'm not sure what those ones are called now. They're just not as good on fairy bread for the kids. They like fairy bread occasionally. I've also got some pumpkin seeds for me. I just add these to salads and things. They're $4.50 a bag. I was completely out of brown sugar, and I love brown sugar in cooking and things. I got some tuna in oil, which was $1.30 a can, and I also got some John West oysters. They are $3.60 a can, but I also got the Woolworths smoked oysters for $1.50. I don't mind the Woolworths smoked ones, and they are half price. So if you like oysters, maybe just give them a go because they are a big saving. Sometimes you get them really tiny, and they're really annoying because they're chewy. But lately, since I've been having the Woolworths ones, they are really big, like the John West ones. So that was $3.30 a bag. That's for a kilo. Hasn't it gone up? It takes me a while to go through a bag of this, probably a year, but geez, I can't believe how much it is now. I got the Australian sea salt, Red Rock Deli chips, because I like the plain ones sometimes. I don't really like always the flavouring. Sometimes I just like having, a plain bag of chips. And, like I said, they were $3 a bag, so I got 2 bags. But we are going to cut down on our chips because they're not good for you. We eat too many. I've also got some grain waves, and they are my son's favourite. My youngest loves them. They're $2.50 a bag. They are really nice. Sometimes we have them with soup or something like that, or a corn chip, but the grain waves are nice. Wheat Bix. I haven't bought a box of Wheat Bix in so long. I used to religiously buy these, but we haven't been eating that many of them. And I still can't believe they're $6 a box now. So I think they used to be $5. So they've gone up to $6, but Wheat Bix are great. I put them in smoothies. The kids like them, and I always make slices with them when I eat them. I just haven't for a while. I've also got some of these Uncle Toby's protein bars. I have tried these before, but a different flavour. They weren't that good, but I want to try these ones again. These were $4.65, so they were a little bit more expensive than usual that I would pay for, but you get 5 bars, and I was just keen to try them. I got some of these Carmen overnight chia and oats sachets. I have bought the chia pudding ones from Coles, which were really good, but these you can make yourself. This was $6 a box, which is pretty expensive for 6 sachets. But really, you could just make this yourself and put it in the fridge overnight. It's just I didn't have many chia seeds, but I just saw this for $6 and I wanted to try it. But really, you can make this yourself very easily with a bit of coconut, some oats, and chia seeds. I'm just keen to give it a go because, like I said, I have tried the Coles ones and I was really happy with the Coles one. But I don't think it wasn't berry. I can't remember the flavouring of it, but yeah, I'm just going to give it a go. My son likes them too, but we only have them occasionally. I've got some Legos Bolognese sauce, and these were $2.30 a jar. I always buy these thinking, I'm just going to make a lazy pasta with pasta and some pasta sauce, but I never ever do it. I always put meat with it. I've also got these Heinz Big and Chunky peppered steak soup, and I also got the ravioli because the kids love the ravioli. But they were $2.20 a can. They're good to have in the cupboard. I've got some V8 juice. The thing with this V8 juice is that it's really good. You can actually make a soup out of it. I've been warming it up in the microwave for the kids sometimes with pepper and salt. So if you've got some V8 juice like this, just don't see it as a drink. You can use it as a soup as well. So it's a really good standby if you like that sort of thing. That was $4.50 a bottle. I've got some pizza sauce because we always have this with muffins or wraps or something. And the kids really like the pizza sauce, as my husband. That was $2.50 for the Woolworths brand one. I've also got some mustard for $2.70 because my kids love mustard so much. I don't know why. Tabasco sauce was $5 because we needed some chili sauce. And my kids have been asking me for Ice Magic on their ice cream, so I got a bottle of that with $4.40. I didn't get the peppermint one this time, but do you remember years ago, long time ago, they used to actually make like a home brand one? I'm not sure if anyone remembers that, but they did. I've got a packet of spaghetti for $2. I haven't been making a lot of spaghetti lately, so I have been changing up just normal dairy milk for oat milk lately, and I don't mind it. So I occasionally have oat milk in smoothies and things instead of light milk or full cream milk. This is $2.40 for the organic unsweetened one. And I also got my husband just some of the coffee sachets. They're usually on special for they're on special for $3.95. I've got white vinegar for cleaning, and I also take it with me when we go to the beach in case the kids get stung by something, always. That's $1.85 a bottle for 2 litres. So moving over now to the breads. I got a substitute this week. Do you remember when I used to get substitutes every week on bread? Well, I haven't had one for a little while. So firstly, I just got the English muffins. These are good for pizzas or just to put jam on. They're pretty good standby. They were $3.10 on special this week for the Tip Top, which is pretty good. And my substitute is for my normal soft toast. And I got the Wonder White bread. That's $4.50 a loaf now compared to my bread that I normally get, which is $2.80. So there is a big difference, and I still don't mind my soft toast. I still will buy that, and it's a big saving. But this is great for, a substitute. I've also got some wraps because I always have these in the house. They're $2.40 a packet. I do need to go to Aldi and get those large ones that they sell. I have had them before, but yeah, I prefer the bigger ones. So I've got some cleaning things here. I've got the Pino Clean Eucalyptus was $4 a bottle, which is a really good deal this week. And I've got the Eucalyptus Burst Disinfectant Cleaning Spray. I really like the Pino Clean brands. The sprays are really good. But that was $4.20, so it wasn't a great special on it. I've got a packet of ibuprofen capsules. They were $2.40 a packet. And I also nearly forgot to show you the minced garlic for $1.25, and I also got some chicken stock powder for $2.80. And looking at the vegetables now that I've picked up, I got a lettuce for $3.20 this week. I haven't got a lot because I've still got heaps in the crisper. I've also got some carrots for $1.70, which isn't too bad for carrots. I like it when carrots are 95 cents or $1 a bag, but I don't think we're going to see that much anymore. And I've got 2 Shepherd avocados for $4. The kids absolutely love avocado, and we're going to make a recipe with that as well. I will film that recipe. And I've also got just 2 tomatoes, which were $1.74 for 2 tomatoes, but I didn't want any more than that. And I've got some bananas, 7 bananas there, which were $6 for just that bunch of bananas. So they're still 86 cents a banana, which is so expensive. I'm not sure when they're going to go down in price. We go through a lot of bananas in our house, and it can be quite costly because we're always putting them in smoothies and things like that, and they're just so easy for the kids to take to school as well. Looking at the frozen items now, I've got a few things. I've got some super fries, just the straight cut ones for $4.50. They're always good to have in the freezer for, the weekend. Even though sometimes we do make wedges and that in the air fryer, I always like having a bag of these in the freezer. Even though it's a lot cheaper as well to just go to the fish and chip shop nowadays to just get some chips. I've got dim sims, $10.50 for the dim sims. Pretty expensive, but that's 1.5 kilos. I usually like the other brand I get. I can't remember the name of it now. I can't remember it. But because they're a smaller dim sim, but these are the big dim sim. So the kids and Derek really love them, so I got them. And I always make sure that I've got some sort of a stir-fry mix in the freezer. I got the Bird's Eye one this time for $5.50, 850 grams. I do like most of the blends that the Bird's Eye stir-fries make, but it's just so easy to always have these in the freezer. You can always add it to anything, and it's, good vegetables. You can have it with stir-fry as a side plate, just anything you want. I've also got some of the cocktail spring rolls because my kids requested these. They're still about $6.60 a box, and you get 60 of them. They're really, really cheap, and they're really yummy. So we just pop them in the air fryer, and they cook in no time for about 10 to 15 minutes. I've also got some puff pastry, and then I realised that I've got another puff pastry in the freezer, so I didn't even need this one. So that was $4, but pastry doesn't last long when you make a few pies or, some apple turnovers or something like that. I've also got some ice cream. I just got our favourite one, which is the Blue Ribbon. That is $6.50. It is pretty expensive for 2 litres, but we really like that one. We'd like the Peters one as well, but I usually do get the Blue Ribbon one. This week I did buy 18 litres of milk. It sounds absolutely ridiculous, I know, but I bought a few extra just to pop into the freezer as well. We do go through around 14 to 15 litres of milk a week. I don't really drink that much, but Derek and the boys do. I've also got custard. I've got the double thick one for $5 because we like that one, and it's always good to have, with some stewed fruit or apple pies or something like that. I've also got some of the Cocoa Bella yogurt because now my youngest absolutely loves that yogurt, but I got the passion fruit to try this time for $6. Haven't tried the passion fruit. We've had the strawberry and the vanilla, but it is really nice. I've also got some cream because I want to make a cheesecake for Easter this year, which I normally do. $4.50 for the cream, sorry. There was a huge special on the Philadelphia cheese for $2.85 a block. Isn't it funny how you just see random things with a great discounted price sometimes? So I got 2 blocks there because I'm going to be making the cheesecake. Sometimes I'll just use like the Woolworths cream cheese or whatever, but when that's on special, I will get that one over the other one. And we've also got just the big block of the extra tasty cheese block there. We've just run out of cheese. I do normally get the Hillview, but the kids like this one too. So it's $9.90. The Hillview's gone up a little bit in price again. I've also got some bocconcini for salads for $4.80. And this time I managed to get some cottage cheese, which I haven't been able to get. And this one's $3.80. It's expensive for 200 grams. I wanted to get like the 500 gram one, which was the Woolworths one, for a lot cheaper, but it was completely out of stock. So I just got that, and just some little dips for the kids because these are handy to take on picnics and all that. So I got French onion, and I also got the sweet chili because one likes one and one likes the other. So we'll see how we go with that. Hopefully they'll eat them, but if they don't, we'll have them. They're just really good when they're already in individual little containers because you can always put them in their lunch boxes or whatever. You don't have to open up a huge dip and then it gets wasted in the fridge. I got some leg ham, just the 4 portion packet of that, and the leg ham is $7. And I also got the Hungarian salami for $7 because we'll probably make pizzas over the holidays as well, and there's always ham for sandwiches or whatever. We won't go through all this. The salami will probably go quicker than the ham does, but to be honest. But most of the time I do buy the Mayfair salami, which is really nice, but this time I just bought the big value pack with the 4 portions in it because it's just easier. The kids can just open up one little portion at a time. It saves on waste, which they don't normally waste any meats and things like that, but sometimes when you open them and they go slimy, you can't eat them after a few days. So that's why I do like it in the portions. I've got some chicken thigh here. I did order chicken breast, and two packets of chicken breast would have cost me $30, which is what I wanted to get, but they didn't have it in stock, so they've given me the chicken thigh, which I don't like that much, like chicken breast, but it is a lot more tender, I know. But the chicken thigh would have been $49.50. I can't believe the cost of thigh over breast now. It's incredible. And I bought some of the, actually this one was a bit of a funny one because it's a substitution, and I ordered the market value rump for $25.20, and only because I'd get a few meals out of it, but they substituted me the beef porterhouse steak for $16. And the thing is that I wouldn't have got, that's not going to last me a few days with a family of 4, even though I would prefer porterhouse over the rump. But you know what I mean? I was trying to get like a bigger meal, but that was my fault. I probably should have ticked no substitute on the online shop. I've also got some lean beef mince for $15.50. Always need that. Now I've got these pumpkin and spinach Yumi's, like they're veggie bites. I just saw them when I was shopping, and I thought I'd give them a go. They were $6.50. They're pumpkin and spinach, so I thought they'd be nice with a salad. I don't think the kids are going to eat them, but me and Derek will, and they've got some nice ingredients in them, so I thought I'd give them a go. But once again, this is another thing you can make yourself if you had a little bit of time, but I just wanted to try them. I've also got some footy franks there, just for the school holidays. I'm sure this is the bigger packet of them for $7. I've only started buying the bigger packet, 600 grams. You do get a lot more in that. I don't really eat them, but the kids really like them and Derek. And it's an easy thing sometimes just to whack together and give them if they're really hungry. A lot cheaper to make at home than if you go out and have it out. And I've also got some pastrami. I got the shaved one this time. Hopefully it's shaved. I'm going to open it up and find out, because sometimes when I order shaved, they always give me sliced. But I got $6.58 worth of it, which was like 200 grams. So it is expensive pastrami, but it's probably the same price as salami anyway. Yeah, it's nice and shaved, and it's beautiful with like chutney on toast in the morning. I really love that. And I also got some daily juice for $5.20. This is the breakfast one. It's really nice. I really like this. It doesn't last long in the fridge when everyone likes it, but it's a really nice breakfast juice. So that's everything for today's Woolworths shop, and the total of today's shop was $336.14. It soon adds up so quickly, but like I said, we're on school holidays, and I don't know, food just disappears as soon as it comes in the door here. It just all goes. Anyway, thanks everyone for watching today's haul. I hope you enjoyed it, and happy Easter to you all too, and I'll see you soon for my next ones. Thanks everyone. Bye.